is Thursday, the 31st of the month of December, the 365th day of the year.
Woo!
0 days remaining in this year. And this is Wayne-Goldsboro Television. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kate Daniels.
Yes, you are.
And we are so glad you joined us this last day of 2015.
Ooh.
And what a great year it's been.
Yes.
It's been a good year. And
It
I wonder
has.
how long does it typically take you to start writing the new year? I'm usually like 3 weeks in when I finally clicks to start the new year.
To start writing.
Right, like when you're writing a check, it's like,
Yeah.
I'm notorious for it.
Really?
Yes,
All
yes.
right, to write the previous year.
2016,
2016, yeah. That to me, that's a good sounding year. 2016, it's a nice round, even number. I like the number.
I like it. I like it.
I'm a number person.
You are?
I am. I like numbers.
What's your favorite number?
Well, there's two. I like 4, and I like 9.
Okay.
And none of those will appear in next year's year.
Yeah.
But
4 and 9.
4 and 9.
Okay. Any reason?
No.
No.
Well, 4 works well with me when I'm working math, and I just like 9 because I think that's a good number for me. I have no idea why.
That's awesome. You know,
Yeah.
some people do have fun. I'm 13's my favorite number.
Really?
Favorite number.
Well, I like 13 too.
I love 13.
If you take 13, 1 and 3,
Yes.
that's 4.
And 4 is obviously a good number.
you go.
I'm one of the rare ones that like
Yeah.
a Friday the 13th. 13's a good number.
That's a special day.
It is. It is.
I like 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, I once lived on the 13th floor of a hotel. That probably never happened.
Probably never.
No, that probably never happened. Because they don't have 13th.
Oh.
13th. Anyway.
Well, today, what happened? What's special about this day?
Today's the 31st of the month. It is Make Up Your Mind Day. Well, maybe it isn't. Or maybe it is. Or maybe it isn't.
Well, I think
It's
we
also-
need to make up our mind that we'll round out 2015 on a strong note and start a new year. How about that?
I think
Make
that's a
up your
good
mind.
idea. I love it. I love it. Today is also Unlucky Day for some reason, and I don't know why, unless you take the number 13 and reverse it.
Yeah.
But 13 is supposed to be an unlucky day.
Right.
I don't know. 31, the 31st, unlucky day, and it's also, as you well know, New Year's Eve.
Yes.
Tonight in Mount Olive, the big night at Mount Olive,
Yes.
the Mount Olive Pickle Drop, world famous, in fact. They
Absolutely.
have actually covered this in other nations, the Pickle Drop in Mount
So
Olive.
neat.
So everything gets underway there this is the 17th annual, getting underway about 5 or 6 o'clock, something like that. Just go and have a good time. Lots of food, tons of food, lots of good times, lots of good people, lots of kids. Kids gonna, because see,
Yeah.
the thing drops at 7 o'clock. Because of the Greenwich Mean Time, it will be midnight, which is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's the reason.
And what a neat opportunity, because most of the New Year's festivities are around that late night, 12 o'clock, midnight. It's not kid friendly.
I know.
So
That's so true.
we hope to see you in Mount Olive
Yeah.
for the festivities.
And
It'll be
there
a
was
fun
a time.
time.
There was a time in my life when midnight I was just getting wound
Warmed
up.
up. Yeah, warmed up. That's warm-up hour.
That's right. But now midnight, I'm fast asleep.
Oh.
You know, getting ready to get up later on. But anyway, there you go. That's coming up tonight. This is very important right here. I want to mention this to you. I got an email here from Pierre Tarrant, and my dear friend Pierre, who is with Renew Life, but she is telling me about a new support group for individuals that have sustained a brain injury. Also, their families and their friends. This new support group is starting up January 9th, and it will be from 10 o'clock until 11:30, and the second Saturday of each month thereafter. The second Saturday of each month thereafter, from 10 until 11:30, in dining room number 4 at Wayne Memorial Hospital. The purpose of the group is to offer support, information, and fellowship. Brain injuries may occur, in fact, as a result of motor vehicle accidents, from falls, from assaults, from heart attacks and strokes and poisonings and percussive attacks where the brain is shaken, plus many other reasons. Now, parking is available directly in front of the hospital cafeteria, and a wheelchair ramp as well as steps lead right to the door entrance. So as you face the front of the hospital, it'll be on the left end. So call Pierre Tarrant to get more information about this, or just to go. The number to call, 919-394-1091, 919-394-1091. My friend Pierre Tarrant. who's been doing this kind of work for many, many, many years, and she's one of my heroes for sure. So this is great work, and if you have someone, know someone, or you yourself are a victim of brain injury, this is where you want to be on January 9th, 10 until 11:30 at Wayne Memorial Hospital, dining room number 4 in the cafeteria there. I went on and on and on about that, but for good reason. Now we're going to go to our interview, our next segment here on Wayne-Goldsboro Television.
Adam Henry, John Adam Henry, Mary Adam Henry, Middle Edward. I'm Sergeant Jason Hill with the Wayne County Sheriff's Office DWI Task Force. If you drink and drive this holiday season, you will go to jail. Protect your life, protect your family, protect the lives of the other motoring public. Adam, Mary, Adam, Nora, Nora. Male, date of birth 11.
Your source for what's happening in your community is Wayne-Goldsboro Television. Today we're at the Veteran Services Office at 2001D East Ash Street, and we're here visiting today with Brenda DuBose, who is the director of the department here, the Veteran Services Office. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Brenda,
how are you?
I'm fantastic.
Good.
It's so good to talk to you and find out about the Veteran Services Office. Now, this office has been here for quite a while, but how long have you been director of the Veteran Services Office?
Well, I came back in March and was rehired in March, but I started out in 1997 and left in 2007 and decided that Goldsboro was my home and I wanted to return and help the veterans here.
That's wonderful. So you have a lot of experience under your belt here at this office.
Yes, sir.
And the idea of this office, what do you do to help veterans? Okay, that's a pretty broad question.
That
there.
is a big question.
Let's start with the simple question, like, what do you do?
Okay, that's all encompassing.
Okay,
but
okay.
I file claims for service connection or for pension if the veteran has low income and was at least 1 day wartime and is totally disabled, then I can file a pension claim for him. And the pension is not that great, but it's better than nothing. It works with Social Security, so whatever they get from one, it takes away from the VA. But a lot of times we bring them to a better level than what they were at.
Okay, now this is for any branch of service.
Yes, sir.
Any branch of service, and what are the hours here?
From 8 until 5.
Monday through Friday?
Yes, sir.
All right. There was a time that it was only open 4 days a week, but now that's changed.
Yes, sir.
It's 5 days a week now, 8 to 5. And do veterans need, is this veterans active service and separated? Or?
Yes, retirees. I'm a retiree from the Air Force, and so we have a lot of people from the base. They would even come to see me before they get out of the service to see what kind of things that they need to do.
That's a smart move.
To prepare themselves,
Yeah,
yes, sir.
That's very smart. So you help them with setting up their pensions and any sort of medical claims they may have.
Yes, and I file for service-connected disability if anything that happened to them while they were in the military, a presumptive disease like anything from Agent Orange to Lou Gehrig's disease, and a lot of the Gulf War ailments. I file a lot of those types of claims.
What are some of the maybe some of the misconceptions about what your office can do? What do people not just understand that you do here?
I think a lot of people don't realize that they are a veteran. And if you ever have that question, you can always come here and we can help you with that. One of the biggest things that I ask for veterans to do is to record their 214. A lot of time when the veteran passes away, that's when it hits home the hardest, because there's no benefits that's available to them unless we have a 214.
That DD 214
Yes.
is critical, isn't it? That
Very,
information.
very critical, yes.
Now, you said something a moment ago that people may not always be aware that they are a veteran. So how would you define a veteran? What is a veteran?
Okay. A veteran is any individual that spent any time in the military. The National Guard is a little different. If you were not activated in a war period, then the benefits are different for the
For National Guard.
for National Guard and reservists.
Okay.
So the best thing to do would be just to come in and ask the question, and then we can just go from there.
Do people need to make an appointment to come see you?
Yes, sir. We work by appointments Monday and Tuesday and Thursday, and Wednesdays we call it our Wacky Wednesday because it's a walk-in day.
Oh yeah.
And we get
Okay.
anywhere from, I know we've had 50, 60 some people that we can knock out in one day, and that kind of helps bring down our appointment
So
times.
okay, yeah. So if someone has a question for you and they need an answer right now, they need to get in here on Wednesday. But it's better if they make an appointment.
Yes, sir.
So what? Well, I guess Wednesday would be your busiest day.
It is. It is.
And what would be your least busy day?
Well, normally we try to do our paperwork on Fridays, but that doesn't always seem to work out. Because if somebody has a question or not, I'm not going to turn anybody away. But we would prefer to work by appointments.
Okay, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday.
Yes.
They can call and make an appointment for one of those 3 days.
Yes.
And that way they're assured of getting in and having
Yes.
an allotted amount of time. And then that way they're not rushed and not fighting
Correct.
other people for time.
Correct. A lot of times on Wednesdays, people wait 2-3 hours sometimes just to
Yeah.
get in to talk to us.
Gee whiz.
I know
Okay.
it.
Yeah, so it's much better to make an appointment.
Exactly.
What's that number?
919-731-1490.
731-1490. And will you answer, or who will
No,
answer?
it'll probably be Denitra. She's our administrative person. She's a retired Air Force. She worked in the pharmacy, so a lot of people that come in to the office, they know her from the pharmacy if they're a retiree.
So she was on the base, in the pharmacy on base?
Yes.
Okay.
At Seymour Johnson.
So when somebody's talking about medication that they're on, she certainly would be would understand
yes.
it.
Oh, yes.
She knows what they're talking about.
Anybody that has any questions about getting into e-benefits, Denitra's the gal to go to.
Okay.
She can help people with that.
Gee, you really lucked up when you got her in here, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Okay. So, Brenda, where are you from? Where's home for you?
North Dakota.
Let me see some ID. Are you from North Dakota?
Yes,
Or do you have a passport?
No, I've got a birth certificate.
Oh, okay. Well,
but I
that
didn't
counts,
bring
yeah.
it with me.
What part of North Dakota?
The southeastern corner. I was born in Jamestown.
Okay. All right. Isn't that where the English landed some years ago?
Yeah, many years
okay.
ago.
I think they had a plantation there or something. I remember that well. I was there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in Jamestown, North Dakota, South Dakota,
North.
North Dakota, Bismarck.
No, they've got the State Veteran Cemetery close to Bismarck.
Oh, okay.
It's in Mandan.
Okay, Mandan. I knew that. Brenda, tell me, what can your office do?
We can give them numbers to Social Security if they need to talk to Social Security. If they need to talk to the people at the base, we can refer them to the base. We can refer them to all different agencies in the county.
So you're just a good
assistant.
point of contact.
Yes, sir.
You're the liaison. You kind of go between the base, or go between the veteran, the active member, and the non-active, or the retiree.
Right.
And if somebody has a question, you know where to call and where to send these folks to get answers.
And we also have to help the family members.
Okay.
So if the veteran has children and they're of college age, they might be eligible for a scholarship. if the child or the veteran was born in North Carolina. If they have to go to a North Carolina school, there's a website that we send them to, and it's www.nc4vets, the number 4. And there's the state has a scholarship program for them. They just fill out the application online, and then there's a few forms, and then I think they're asking them to write an essay.
Okay. Well, so does this apply to active and retired as well?
Just veterans.
Only veterans.
Right, not active duty
Not
people.
active duty, okay.
Right, right. They've got some other things for the active duty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Gee whiz. So you do a lot of things here.
Yes.
Okay.
When the veteran passes away, we help their family members, either their widow or, now that there's a lot of women in the service, if they pass away, then we help their husband with benefits that they could possibly get from the veteran.
I know a lot of women may be curious, or there may be questions you're being asked about women in combat. Has that come up?
Not really. We don't really have. I know that there's women at the base that are in. It used to be security police, but I think I'm not sure what the name is. I'm just dating myself now.
Well, that's a growing thing. You know, it's still rather new in military.
It is.
In the military,
It
but
is.
And I think we'll probably hear and see more of that in the near
Probably.
future. But you mentioned veterans passing on. Do you have calls or questions about the new state cemetery here?
Oh yes, a lot of them. And what we are telling the people right now, the State Veterans Cemetery is not going to open until January or February to actually place the bodies. So what we're doing is we're telling them to contact a local funeral home. Their body still has to be prepared to be buried, so they just need to let the let the funeral homes know what they need to do.
I guess there's a waiting list, or can they just kind of hold on to those veterans who have passed at the funeral home?
In fact,
just wait?
there's several that have
That are in
already
waiting.
passed on. Yes.
My goodness. So when it does open, there will be an influx of ceremony, I imagine.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Okay, so that will be January or February coming up.
Yeah, we haven't gotten the date yet.
Okay. Is there somewhere that someone could go to, a place, internet or phone, to find out more about the state cemetery?
They can. They can go to that same NC for Vets website. There's a little bit of information there about everything that's offered in the state of North Carolina for veterans.
Okay, NC, the number 4,
Correct.
VETS,
Yes.
NC4 Vets. Is that .org or .net?
Probably .com.
You think it's .com?
I don't know. I've
Well,
got
we're
a
gonna
book
find
right
out
here.
We got a book here. We're going to look at the book. We're going to check out the book. What does it say there? Does it say anything? .com. It is .com.
Yes.
How about that?
And
okay.
that book is online also, or you
Okay.
could come down to the office and get a copy of the book.
This is NC4 Vets, the book.
Yes.
Okay.
That is put out by the state of North Carolina.
So there's a lot of information in this book, and NC4 Vets. Now, is that a state agency or
Yes,
department?
and there's a lot of agencies outside of the veterans that have helped put this book together. There's been a lot of collaboration with different agencies with the state to get this book out. And this book has been a tremendous help for us and for the veterans. There's a little bit of information in there about employment, the State Veterans Cemetery, health care,
Okay.
the VA benefits, housing, personnel services, education, all kinds of things.
All right. Now, you mentioned the VA benefits. Now, here, over the last year or two, there have been some problems with the Veterans Administration.
Yes,
the
sir.
hospitals, the
Yes.
health care. How do we stand on that? Do we see improvement? Is it getting better? Is it long term, or do we see improvements right now? Or what's happening in that field?
I still see a lot of improvements that need to be made. I've got several veterans that are still waiting for appointments. They come out with this health choice card, which is supposed to help, but sometimes I think it does a little bit more damage than what it does, because after the veteran uses the health choice card, which is supposed to be an approved card, the veteran has to get prior approval before they use it. But I think a lot of times they're thinking it's an insurance card.
Oh, it's not.
And it's not.
It's not an insurance
No,
card.
They have to get prior approval before they use it. So then, if the card is used, then the bills start rolling in, and then it's all of a sudden my problem. So then I've got to try to get everything straightened out.
What is the card then? If it's not an insurance card, what's it used for?
It's supposed to help get the veterans an appointment for things that they can't get into the VA healthcare system for.
Okay.
Like dermatology, neurology type appointments are very hard to come by because the doctors are very limited in the healthcare.
So it's more or less to help to organize the times better, that would allow the veteran to get care.
To get them in there to get some kind of care, so they don't have to wait for such a long time.
Okay.
But sometimes this, I mean, and I'm looking at it from my point of view, that a lot of people think that it's an insurance card and they'll go out and use it, and then the bills start coming in, and then it's a problem.
They want to know why their bill wasn't paid by the card.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the VA is very slow in paying their bills. They wait for other insurances, Medicare, or if there is some other kind of insurance, they wait for that to be paid first before the VA will pick up their part of it.
All right. My goodness.
So there still is problems, but they're trying, and I've got to give them credit for that. So.
Okay. Well, at least, as you say, they're doing something, trying to do something.
Right.
Okay. Well, Brenda, has the phone number changed in the last 5 minutes?
No, sir.
What is that number?
731-1490.
731-1490.
Yes, sir.
And you're at 2001D East Ash Street. Now,
Yes.
this building may be familiar to some people. This is the old Nash Printing Company building.
Correct.
All right. When you were here before, this was Nash Printing Company.
Yes,
wasn't
sir, it was. We were on William Street at one time.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, Brenda, good luck to you. And if anybody has any questions at all, any veterans has any questions, or anybody for that matter.
Right.
They don't have to be a veteran, but they have to. If anybody has a question related to veterans issues and veterans need veterans information, they can call your office.
Yes, sir.
All right.
We sure
What's that
can.
number again?
731-1490.
That's exactly right. You're at 2001D East Ash Street. Brenda DuBose, Director of the Veteran Services Office here in Wayne County. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. This is Wayne-Goldsboro Television, in the heart of Goldsboro, in the heart of Wayne County.
Hello, I'm Officer Habermas, traffic officer with the Goldsboro Police Department. Reducing impaired driving is one of my top priorities throughout the year and the holiday season. Each year, drunk drivers kill innocent victims and ruin families. We are all at risk of this senseless crime. Goldsboro Police Department intends to put these drunk drivers where they belong, in jail. Already this year, 245 drivers have learned that lesson. If you plan on drinking this holiday season, please be responsible and have a designated driver. Please don't drink and drive, it ruins lives.
Air 7 less than 1 lat. Update is at 1020 West Eastbound Avenue I, crossing Sierra Highway.
We're back on Wayne-Goldsboro Television. Thank you for being with us. This is the last segment of the last day of 2015.
Wow.
wow.
2015
I
is
know.
coming to a close.
How about that?
How about that? Woohoo.
Big things, greater things coming up in 2016. Some people don't like change. I look forward to change.
Oh, change is
Yeah.
opportunity.
Change is opportunity.
Change is
Well
opportunity.
said. Well said.
We're going to get t-shirts printed.
Yeah. That is good. I like that. Anyway, hope you're looking ahead to our 2016, and as you enjoy and celebrate the evening, I certainly hope that you are of a mind to remember that as you imbibe or partake in beverages, that you use some common sense and just don't get out there and drink and drive. Okay, if you're drinking, that's fine. Have a good time, but don't get out behind the wheel and drive your car. And if you're driving your car, make sure you're not drinking while you're doing any of that. All right, so think of yourself, think of your family. That's more important. And think of others on the highway who may be out with a family full, a carload of kids and families, so you don't want to injure anyone. Don't take any chances with this. You're taking chances if you do. Plus, keeping in mind that it would cost you dearly if you're caught driving while intoxicated, because they take your license immediately. That's automatic. You lose your privileges, and it's not a right to drive. It is a privilege to drive. So keeping that in mind, use a little common sense. Now, that said,
You don't have anything.
it's your turn.
It's my turn. Well, I hope that from the two of us to your home, that you all have a safe and wonderful New Year's, and that a prosperous and a healthy year to come. That is our hope for everyone in our community that we are so blessed to call home, for sure.
We certainly are. This is a great place.
It is.
Great place to raise a family. Great place to find new friends. Yeah. Great place to let everyone at Seymour Johnson Air Force Base know how much we appreciate them.
That's right.
And if you're here at Seymour Johnson and you're not home for the New Year's holidays, well, that's your job, and we appreciate what you're doing.
That's
Thank
right.
you so much for what you do at Seymour Johnson Air Force Base. And let me also mention, we're going to miss Colonel Slocum.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Colonel Slocum and his entire family. Savi, his wonderful bride, they have come into our community. They've come back. You know, they were here before, and they've come back. And they have come back so strong, and they have put so many wonderful things in place. They're certainly not done here at Seymour Johnson.
No.
And we are so thankful. The programs that he's done, he is so driven to, obviously, the mission of Seymour Johnson Air Force Base, number one.
Yes.
But he knows the driving force behind that is the people at Seymour Johnson, and the programs and the energy that he and Savi and their family have put in place.
And he's such a community-minded person.
Quite remarkable. You know, he really is. He is this brilliant leader, and he genuinely cares about people.
He does.
And it's you can see it in his eyes and in his actions.
That's
and,
right. And you know,
we're thankful.
He's going to be a brigadier general.
I know,
Wow! Congratulations.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
wonderful.
much deserved.
So, from our humble desk here, we appreciate you very much. We thank you very much for sticking with us this year. We're going to get a brand new start January. Whenever we come back, we'll be back on the next time. That'll be a Monday, I guess, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, whatever day that is, we'll be right here, and we hope you're right there. So join us again Monday, this coming Monday, for Wayne-Goldsboro Television. And until then, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kate Daniels.
And this is Wayne-Goldsboro Television.
And we'll see you next year.